The perfect setting, the perfect atmosphere. It feels like a big game. It sounds like a big game. The focus now on the players as they seek to get their team off to the ideal start. Face to face with the keeper. There's the hit! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Bayern Munich really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Boca Juniors gain their reward with an early goal. And the shot! Sticks it away! 2, and we've barely begun here.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
It's a goal kick. Musiala, and the pass is intercepted. And he was quick to react. Boca Juniors looking to pass their real chance! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they're at it again in double quick time.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
A case now of complete control.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Bayern Munich are 3 down after a calamitous start. Foden. Ah, such a clever touch. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. The fullback is in acres of space here. There's the shot! He has done it! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
After 18 minutes is number 16.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Substitution on the field. Number 12. Manuel
It's
Neuer.
become a case of men against
Coming on the
boys.
field
And
is
things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Musiala. Pedri. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, this is a great position. And the shot! Oh, impressive strike.
Boca Juniors just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear. Foden.
Mbappe. Oh, that's a key interception.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Bayern Munich making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. He's picked his way through. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, great play. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, shooting chance! Messi. Musiala. Time and again they are repelled. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. But they've got it again. And he's had a hit! Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. He could be in here. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Kimmich. Pedri. And that is a little undercooked. Look, he's had a hit! Not out the best in the keeper.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Bayern Munich are looking to go forward now. Messi.
2 other minutes has been indicated.
Mbappe is onto this. Here's the whistle for half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Bayern Munich didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Great chance! It's a goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Boca Juniors are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Foden. And that's another good win of the ball.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Good-looking ball. Kimmich. Foden. Musiala. Now it's Messi. Kane. Foden. Now it's Foden. Quality ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Crosses it in. Van Dijk gets it away.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
60,179.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Bayern Munich clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that has left him in a heap. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That has not gone well. Bayern Munich do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He's shifting through the gears here. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Pedri.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
That's a lovely, neat pass. This is promising. An uncompromising challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Bayern Munich have it back and can go again. Can he spark a counter here? He's found a way through. Shapes to shoot! And he seemed certain to get the sixth. Bayern Munich have the chance to go the other way. Bayern Munich can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Bayern Munich are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence, or attack, for that matter.
And here's Mbappe. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's intervened well there. Foden. And it's Kane. Now that's well seen too. Looking for options for movement. Oh, super ball.
There will be 1 minute
That's
at a
good
time.
play. Has a shot! And he's missed it. Davis. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, there is no hiding a huge sense of disappointment here. The all-important win. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
As you can see, we've already started here. Short changes him with that pass. Morata. Posh. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so...
There's the hit! Goal, Austria!
Austria clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Marcó en el minuto 13 el dorsal 11.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Arnautovic! Oh, he's been caught napping. Has a goal! It's a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. Simplicity itself.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Austria are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Lienhart cuts out the pass. Dani Olmo! Dani Olmo! And it's come back out to him. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Austria have the chance to go the other way. He's found the way through. And he's heaved it away. What a throw in. Can he latch on to this? That is a crunching tackle. Real chance! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against
El
it.
dorsal 9.
A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. This is the time you need that pace.
And that's put paid to a promising move. He's had a shot! They've done it!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So is this the start of a comeback? And it's Arnautovic. Oh, nice touch. That is good strength. Now it's Sabitzer. Can he finish? Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, not quite. Well, that looks a decent ball, and he was alert to it. Dani Olmo. Schmidt. Sabitzer. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Austria clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Gregoric. Fiddles it through. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Pedri. Nicely worked. Grilic. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Morata. Oh, there's the clearance. Dani Olmo is in a really good position out wide. Schmidt, and they can counter here. Pau Torres gets over and intercepts. Kubasi. Pedri. Zubimendi. This is promising. Pass is just off target. Arnautovic.
Habrá 2 minutos de
Pau
descuento.
Torres makes the interception. Grilic. Dani Olmo. Zubimendi.
There they go, hunting again.
Sabitzer. And that is a little undercooked. And the first half is done. And the second half gets underway.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes...
He's had a hit! It's in! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Austria blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Morata! He's got a goal! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Perfect placement. The one... Oh no, what has happened here? Grilic. Schmidt.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That is ended up in big chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Yamal. It's Pedri. Nico Williams. He's got away.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And it's Arnautovic. Arnautovic. Gregoric! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Sabitzer in with the challenge. Zubimendi. Chance! Goal! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
We have got ourselves a game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Zubimendi. Zubimendi powering forward here. Dani Olmo. And the ball's gone astray.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Lima. Schmidt.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nico Williams spots it and intercepts.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Well read, nice interception. Sabitzer. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, that's an inviting ball. Zubimendi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And the shot! You've got to be quick to recover this. Nice interception, well timed. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? Pedri. Driving forward. That's a good foot in there. Linhart. Grilic. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Lima was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Opts to... He's got the shot away! They've scored! And this is getting better and better.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Great chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Schmidt. That is a great pick out. He won't be happy with that one. Great ball, and he's in here. Dani Olmo attempts a clearance. And that is out of play. Dani Olmo. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Schmidt. Lovely. Gregoritsch! Loose ball now, and there's a... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Pedri. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
It's Morata! Oh, that was no routine save.
Morata clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Spain with the corner, they're first. Tries a header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. That is good alertness. Dani Olmo. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Morata. Morata! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Punched away. Austria are looking to go forward now. He's found a way through. That has been cut short. Dani Olmo. That is a great pick out. And the finish! Goal! Spain! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Austria finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. Lima, great challenge, time to perfection. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Dani Olmo powering forward here. No, he's just misjudged that one. Danso. Austria applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but, of course, the returns can be terrific. He's in plenty of space here. Big chance! They want to be quick. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Sabitzer. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Morata. Arnautovic. Defending was strong and firm. He won't be happy with that one. Sabitzer, Gregoritsch, and he's found a way past. Schmidt, shot could be on. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Nico Williams. Now it's Morata. Oh, that's a key interception. Great ball if he can get there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And the counter is on. No, that's been intercepted. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Gregoric. That has been knocked clear. Schmidt. Gregoric! It's off target and by quite a way.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Dani Olmo. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Now, what about a counter-attack? Sabitzer, Gregoric.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Austria have it back and can go again.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a throw. Danger averted for now. Now it's Morata. Well read, nice interception. Schmidt. Gregoric.
Un minuto de descuento.
Corner then. And this could be the final action of the first half. Quality ball. Morata. Lima. Oh, shooting chance! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Gregoric. And we've reached half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. Some first-half thoughts?
Spain clearly are benefiting from their homework. They've dealt with anything that's been thrown at them and have been smart on the break.
Spain are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And hostility. And the shot! And one more try! It's a goal! Austria are level. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Austria grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, that's well spotted. Pedri. Showing great feet there. Williams. Oh, that's nice. Lima. Schmidt. Oh, super ball. Oh, great ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lima. Schmidt. Pedri. Couldn't squeeze it through. Schmidt. Gregoric. Lima. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
The most accurate pass.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Well played.
La
That
asistencia de
has
este
snuffed
partido
out the danger.
asciende a 71.649.
That looks a cracking ball. He's got away. Sabitzer. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Sabitzer. Great ball, and he's in here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Now that looks a decent ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. He saw the danger. Real chance! Goal, Austria! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius.
It's Morata! Gets good distance on it.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
It's one! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. With a predatory goal.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Austria take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will...
That's it! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, that's a real shame, because it could have led to a real momentum shift.
Pedri with the foul. Gregoric floats it up and over. Always onto this. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Out of play for a throw. And he was quick to react. Dani Olmo. And that could set him on his way. Posh. Grilic. Schmidt. Zubimendi. That's a little off target. Lima. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Another throw-in.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Schmidt. Pedri. Dani Olmo.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match as... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game. The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
El dorsal 9.
Madrid break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Oh, that's a key interception. And he's got the beating of his man. Plenty to aim at. Great chance! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bellingham. And that's gone loose. Goes in for the header! Oh, and one more try! It's there! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Marcó en el minuto 9 el dorsal
Madrid
7.
are doing very nicely, thank you. That could spell trouble. He's through, it's one-on-one. Ah, that's a super piece of goalkeeping. 2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. That's been intercepted.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
He has found a way through. Oh, Red, nice interception. Vinicius Junior. He can run onto that. He's Mbappe! And more and more and more. Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining...
Can he finish? Oh, the ball's come loose here. And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And we have our very first corner. Up he goes! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Madrid disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Searching ball that into space. Bellingham. And he welcomes it in. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, smashing header! He's kicked it out just.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Chouameni. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the finish! Chouameni. Rodrigo. Very nearly half an hour gone here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, sweet feet. Chooses to go back. Looking tight. And the shot! Sticks it away! His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him. And his response, absolutely clinical.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Valverde. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That is a little undercooked. Oh, looks as... Mbappe! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Madrid looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Stood up well to him there. Valverde, nicely worked. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Alexander-Arnold. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, easy pickings there. He's going for goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
It's a promising run he's making on the right. Foot in. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Short changes him with that pass. And the pass is intercepted. And we hit half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11.
And that's the start of another 45
El
minutes.
dorsal 4.
It's gone for a throw-in. And he can clear it away. Madrid different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Oh, it's come loose. Good spot, he's seen the run. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. That pass has been well intercepted. Very nicely done. Good spot, that. Oh, that's clever. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And that'll be a goal kick. Threads one in. That has not gone well. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, that's ambitious. He is through here. There's the hit. Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, they got away with it, but that was a defensive letdown to see him march through like that.
Decent progress down the left. 60 minutes played.
La asistencia a este partido
Bellingham getting this
asciende a
one clear.
71.898 espectadores.
Madrid perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Oh, that's well spotted. Bellingham. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Nicely weighted ball. And that has left him in a heap. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Camavinga tries to clear. And that's another throw. Played in again. And that's an excellent interception. Valverde running with the ball. So what can they make of this? Vinicius Junior. Shapes to shoot! It's in! And the lead is extended still further. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found a pocket.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of the goal. What a display, what a player.
So now the difference is 3. That's going to go a long way. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Vinicius Junior had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's cut it out. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Great position here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Into the last 5 minutes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Chouameni unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's really well cleared.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He's picked his way through. And he's had it nicked away. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Mbappe gleefully reminding us of what a superb day he's had at the office. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the...
He's had a shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Rodrigo at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Kyle Walker, and here's Pulisic. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. BELIIN. That looks a good ball through. Mbappe! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He's picked his way through. And here's Abraham, Loftus-Cheek. Oh, well played. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And the shot's on here. He's had a hit! He's scored! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Tomori cuts out the pass. And it's Loftus-Cheek. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rafael Leao in acres of space out wide. Valverde. And that is a little undercooked. Loftus-Cheek. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Mbappe. Good running, strong and purposeful. And it's Loftus-Cheek. He's in plenty of space here. Pulisic. He's come in hard. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. No, again there's no way through. BELIIN. Pass somewhat off target. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Abraham. Camavinga cuts it out. He's got away. Walker. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Vinicius Junior. That's beautifully weighted. And they've got rid. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Fofana. Abraham. Look, can he put it away? He's got a goal! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Abraham. That's good play. Loftus-Cheek! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And it's Loftus-Cheek. Now it's Pulisic. And the pass is intercepted. Kamavinga.
This is the time you need that pace.
Mbappe. Decent hit! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And there's the end of the first half. Well, the two sides have made this a pretty decent game so far. Both have contributed on the score sheet. There is a balance wherever you look. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11.
Here we go again.
Reemplazado por el dorsal 4. Cambio de
Madrid
jugadores.
do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Rafael Leao. He gets big. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. That pass has been well intercepted. That's good running with the ball. João Felix. He can get that clear. Bellingham. Chouameni. Valverde. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold makes the interception. Ball's gone out of play. Rafael Leao. João Felix. Rafael Leao. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's João Felix. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Played back in. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he's gone looking for safety. João Felix. Played out to the left flank. And he's managed to get free. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Oh, he's been caught napping. Now it's Mbappe. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to speculative strike. Madrid still have the cards to affect this game.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Fofana and Hernandez. Rafael Leao. Tomori. Chiao. And it's Walker. And Kyle Walker. Joao Felix. Showing great feet there. Oh, terrible pass. Mbappe! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down.
Bellingham! Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Pulisic. Vinicius Junior into the last quarter of an hour. That has not gone well. Joao Felix. Oh, red. Nice interception.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And he's there to belt it away. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, shooting chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Hernandez. Fofana. That'll be a throw-in. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, there's the clearance. Hernandez. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Not the most accurate pass. And now the hit! And that is doing no harm at all.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And he's being shifted off it. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Fofana, very much into the last knockings. Rafael Leao is wide and looking to get onto this. He is through here! Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's going to go a long way. Mignon chooses to deal with it himself. And we're done. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. The action has already started. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. And it's Hazard. And here's Musiala. And he's been shifted off it. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, who else but Hazard? A slalom-like dribbler who's afforded a certain amount of freedom to stray where he wishes, and he's also a more consistent finisher and the sharpest of turners in the box.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. And the counter is on. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, what a climb! Good delivery, but no joy.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Quarter of an hour played. Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's Hazard! It's loose now, and they want to get it. Oh, he's been caught napping! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic. This kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Musiala looking to get on the end of it. Shapes to shoot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lewis Skelly looks to clip it forward. He's in plenty of space here. He's had a shot! Oh, that probably deserved better.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
That has been knocked clear. Heads it! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Upamecano tries to clear. Indonesia, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Fiddles it through. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Crystal Palace deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. Musiala. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a good ball out wide. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Oh, he's been caught on it here! And it's hoisted clear. Oh, that's a nice ball. Musiala played it again. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Azar. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kimmich. And it's Messi. Always onto this. Shot a goal! He's scored!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Kimmich. Messi. Kane! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Time.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Koundé is looking to set free a runner. Now the finish! They want to be quick to recover this. He is. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Indonesia go in at half-time with a slender 1-goal lead.
Everyone, please welcome to the field our players.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Indonesia carrying a 1-goal lead.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. Oh, smashing header! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome. Kimmich. Aim forwards. Oh, he's not going to get any further than that. Yamal. It's a pretty loose pass. Hazard. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Foden. Musiala. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Climbs up big! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Van Dijk. Musiala. Mbappe. Pedri was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Indonesia just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. And it's Azar. Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Hazard. It's Hazard! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? In for a header! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Well, it's
The
good stuff.
attendance for
This is
match
better.
was
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent
29,950.
now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Kimmich. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front.
Kane! Conte. Indonesia leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Pedri. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Foden. Kane. Now it's Mbappe. To Musiala. Played back in. Played back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Kane. Crystal Palace can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Number 20, Yamal. Coming on the field.
Just about up to
number
75
17,
minutes.
That's number 21.
That's been cut out,
Rafinha.
well played. He can run onto that, and he's heaved it away.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Foden clears it away. And that's a throw-in. Couple of changes then in quick succession. Doku coming on here as broadly expected.
Substitution
Yeah, I think
on
it's
the
time for
field.
some brave decision-making.
Number 23, Hazard. Coming on to replace him is number
Pedri
18,
crosses.
Doku.
Just not quite happening for him just now.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
He rises! And he's there to get it away. Foden producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Musiala. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Doku. Now it's Mbappe. Kimmich. Indonesia, moments now away from seeing this one out. Ronaldo is herring after that one. Van Dijk. Upamecano. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. It's a great ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
I think
There
we're
will
about
be
to
1
see
minute
a frenetic
added time.
finish. No half measures from here.
Oh, good-looking ball. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had a hit! Goal! We thought it was over. It's all square once more.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And that will be the final act. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game. He's had a hit! And he's heaved it away. Kelly does well to get it back. Douglas Luiz. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This guy, Dusan Vlahovic, is a player I've seen a lot more of recently, Peter. He boasts some incredible records, you know, making his debut in the Serbian top flight when he was only 15 years of age, and scoring 20-plus league goals in Italy by the age of 21. Now, that's quite something. And what I like is his industry. He's extremely hard-working off the ball, and he definitely has that fire in his belly, something you come to expect of players that have spent a lot of their time on the...
Big header! Lovely feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And the counter is on. Lille disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Meunier. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Now it's Gonzalez. Douglas Luiz. And that is expertly dealt with. It's a throw-in. It's good running with the ball. Kelly gets it away. And it's Gomez. He's tried one! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And we have our very first corner. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Milik. McKennie. Great hit! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And he stuck it away. Now the finish! Yildiz. Meunier. Gomez. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Vlahovic. He is Vlahovic! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
McKennie. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, and he's through the middle. Douglas Luiz. Now it's David. Gomez. Gomez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. No way through. Douglas Luiz. Oh, this is a very good run. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Ball is over the line. Good steal, he just read it. Pass somewhat off target. Douglas Luiz. Here's McKennie. Douglas Luiz, played out to the right. That is lovely. Now it's Douglas Luiz. Goes in for the header! It's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Gomez! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Gomez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Gonzalez.
Ci sarà un
It's
minuto di
Gonzalez. Yildiz. Hoisted in.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
And it's half-time here. Oh, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Francisco Conceição and Milik. Vlahovic. Conceição. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Oh, great play! Decent hit! And he has kept it out somehow.
David really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Milik. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. McKennie. Francisco Conceição.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's been cut out, well played. Kalulu. Francisco Conceição. David! Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Vlahovic proving dependable as ever. Another terrific day at the office for him.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Overhit and out of play. Oh, that's a key interception. Francisco Conceição.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 71.550
He's in plenty of
spettatori.
space here. He's got the shot away! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Yildiz! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Interesting ball. Goodmanson. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's managed to get free. Header! He will be livid with himself.
Lille just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Now that's well seen too. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, good take in a good area. Andre is going to be disappointed with that. McKennie. Great position here. Yildiz! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
Andre. Goodmanson. That'll be a throw. Oh, Red, nice interception.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Good spot, he's seen the run. Look at the space, has a goal! Goal! And this is getting better and better.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So the lead now is shot at goal! No mistake! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
Lille get themselves back into contention.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the
Blajovic! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Vlahovic!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Corner number 3 coming up. He rises! He can get that clear.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
He's chosen to go back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
That is a brilliant interception. So what can they make of this? Yildiz. And he's picked out the run. Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! Not a defender in sight. He had all... And that will be the final act. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Vlahovic taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
The action has already started. Tonali plays it short. He's shooting! That's a half-decent try. That is good strength. Isaac! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, easy pickings there. Target. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this fella, Sven Botman, is someone who's had an interesting career, Peter. He received his football education in the Dutch capital. Then he moved to France at a young age to establish himself. And while many concentrate on what he can do when he's on the ball because he has a wonderful passing range, he's actually a very, very good defender too. And he'll defend that 18-yard box with all he's got.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Rafinha. Very nicely done. Rolls it backwards.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Nicked it back promptly. Good read, needed to be. Played out to the left flank. Joelinton. De Jong looks to clip it forward. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Still goalless. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That is ended up in no man's land. Tonali, Willock. He's going to be disappointed with that. For Joelinton, Willock. And he cuts out the supply. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, that's fabulous. Rafinha! And it's come back out to him. And for a moment, time stood still. Dani Olmo.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And here's Isaac! Deftly away. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well timed, excellent interception. Pedri, Koundé, Yamal. He's picked his way through. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
Lamine Yamal, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. No way through. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Dani Olmo. Rafinha. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Linton, and it's Trippier. It's Murphy. He has found the way through. Willock. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. So your views on the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change. Jabal! Willock. Isak. Nice bit of skill. Gordon! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And that is a little undercooked. Willock looking for the runner, and he's managed to get free. Can he get it through? Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well read, nice interception. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Isak. And that was very necessary. Linton challenged just a bit on the firm side. Linton unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
The attendance for this match was 29,514.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly... Pedri! Lacking in accuracy.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Gordon. Now, there's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Valde. There he goes, motoring forward. Brilliantly cut out. Pedri. Shapes to shoot. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, that's neat. That's an excellent interception.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Araujo. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Linton. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Rafinha. Valde. Chance here to counter. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Isak. Araujo spots it and intercepts. Rafinha. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's Isak.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
He's found a way through. Araujo, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Target. Joelinton. His chance! He scores! And late in the day, a telling moment.
What a time to take the lead, but now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then...
Isaac! No mistake! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Yeah, the pass was bang on and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
So that's 2 now without reply.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Ah, such a clever touch. Isaac! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Yes! And they are cruising away. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Newcastle find a position of real strength. And that will be it. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it. And the shot! And he's there to belt it away. That is ended up in no man's land. Griezmann. Gravenberg. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Diaz, and the shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Diaz has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Galan, and the pass is intercepted. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo, and he's managed to get free. And here's Alvarez, driving on and making good progress. Diaz, can he finish? And it's come back out to him. Well, now it's a race for the ball. De Paul. Well, played right into his path. Gallagher. Solid! It's loose, and there's a race for... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That big chance! Gravenberg getting this one clear. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Szoboszlai. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Koke. Llorente. Now it's Solot. Szoboszlai. Well timed, excellent interception. Gallagher. Griezmann. Solot. Griezmann. This might spell danger. There's the shot! In for the pieces! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Climbs up big! He's missed, but not by that far.
Sorloth did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
He's had it taken off him. Gets his pass away. It's Griezmann! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's Salah. Bradley. Always onto this. was mighty close.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Mohamed Salah. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Solid! There it is! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Griezmann.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And they're back on the ball again.
Habrá un minuto de
Oh,
descuento.
great chance! Oh, good ball! Gallagher. McAllister. And here's the chance to counter. He has found the way through. McAllister. And the whistle goes for half-time. And it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. Reflections on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Up he goes! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
It's a good foot in there. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, easy pickings there. De Paul. Gallagher. Now it's Diaz. Koke. Llorente. Carries far too far and out of play. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Now it's McAllister. Oh, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Diaz could try cutting inside here. Koke.
Las
Nil,
asistencias
just
de
a single
partido
goal between the
asciende a
sides.
72.306 espectadores.
And he's got the beating of his... Alvarez! It's in! Two to the good! They have breathing space!
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Gravenberg, whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Alvarez. Oh, he's bustling through here. There's real chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And here's Griezmann. Gravenberg to Szoboszlai.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Diaz providing an outlet on that flank. McAllister. Can he put it away? Oh, it's fallen loose again! Decent enough try. Solot.
They've got to make this nice and quick. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Robertson made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Gravenberg cuts it out. Into the last quarter of an hour. Soboslai. Llorente. Now it's Solot. That pass has been well intercepted. Alvarez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It'll be a throw-in. And it's Salah. McAllister. Pass somewhat off target. Griezmann puts his foot on the gas. Lenormand gets over and intercepts.
This is the time you need that pace.
Gravenberg. And that's another good win of the ball. Alvarez. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Mohamed Salah. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Konate cuts out the pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Jimenez with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Jimenez did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
And he's there to clear it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Un minuto de descuento.
And Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. And there goes the final whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Solot, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And expectations are rising, and oh, that's ambitious. And for a moment, time stood still.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Ah, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
He's going for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Bernardo Silva. Rudiger kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bellingham. Well timed, excellent interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Ruben Dias kept his eye on it, and he's there. Doku in acres of space out wide. He has found the way through. Rudiger did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That has been cut short. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Decent hit! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Either side yet able to find the net. Rodri. He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this little guy, Rico Lewis, might not be tall in stature, Peter, but I love the way he's able to shift around the pitch now.
Chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Madrid have the chance to go the other way. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, he's found some space here. Lewis is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And Bernardo Silva! It's there! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Valverde.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage.
Just the keeper to beat! Great chance! Vinicius Junior! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Doku. 30 minutes gone. Little pass back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Bellingham. Guardiola. Some really good ball movement. Now it's Mbappe. Great hit! Sticks it away! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Madrid grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Grealish! Oh, that is rather wayward. Half-time getting close now. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Rodri. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Valverde. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. Rodrigo. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Bellingham. Bellingham! And we hit half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. So your views on the first half?
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it's... Oh, shooting chance! Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, that's fabulous. Lovely ball. He's had a shot! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. But he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Bellingham. And he's made sure that's not getting through. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Doku. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Rodrigo. Looking for the run. Played in by Rodrigo. Big header! He has done it! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And shot a goal! It's off target and by quite a way. That's been cut out, well played.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a
Played back in.
70.187 espectadores.
Almost an hour gone. And he was quick to react. Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Doku. Ball's gone astray.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's De Bruyne. Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Tries a header! And he's there to belt it away. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Goalkeeper's ball. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Valverde. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Climbs up big! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Doku providing an outlet on that flank. Struck first time. And somehow it stayed out. Rudiger clears. Engages and forces him off the ball. It's a ball kick. Into the last quarter of an hour. Bernardo Silva. Interesting ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Doku. And they've got rid. Played out to the left flank. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior is in a really good position out wide. And he's intervened well there. Madrid looking to pass their way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bellingham. And the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Camavinga. Lewis. Aims beyond the defence.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Valverde.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. I think we're just about done here. Now it's De Bruyne. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Oh, delightful ball. This ended up in no man's land. Doku looks to get on the end of this. Doku. And time is up. Madrid have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.